You should keep struggling. Like if you're struggling with maybe you not being able to learn a skill in a certain time, or you're struggling with managing time, embrace it. Growth is from learning from our mistakes, facing challenges, and overcoming them. If you ignore how your problem works, that is when it starts to become an issue for you. And it's going to worsen over time. Trust me on that. If you don't fix problems, it's going to worsen. It is going to worsen. And we're not going to make progress at all after that. We're just not. Learning is crucial to us people, especially to solve complex situations that we may face later on in life. It gives us progress throughout our lives and gives us an example how to solve certain problems and live our life. Because if we don't know nothing, if we don't learn from our mistakes, we won't be prepared for life. Trust me on that. Trust me on that. It gives us solve problems later on in life that may happen. Like maybe something bad might happen. You already know how to deal with it because hey, I've struggled with this before. Now I know how to eliminate it. So I don't get why there's people complaining like in person, online about a certain problem that they have, but they can clearly fix it. They can clearly fix it. Like all I gotta take is just one out, just for them to stop complaining and think about it, and then learn, and then fix that problem. That's simple, but they rather complain. You don't want that to be you, cause I'm gonna say this now. If you're gonna put the blame on someone else or something, I'm sorry, my friend, but you're just not learning. You have to learn to face your struggles and learn it. You have to face your struggles and learn it. You have to face your struggles and learn it. I cannot emphasize it much. I cannot emphasize it. I literally can't. As much as I'm trying to say, you will fail if you don't learn from your mistakes. And when I learned that struggling was a good thing, I would actually be excited since I will now be able to learn from the mistakes I've been doing. And I get to grow. For us people, we need to grow. We need to grow. I'm sorry, we need to grow as people. We can't just stay still at the same place. Because if you stay still at a certain place for more than a decade, trust me, and I trust me on that, you will not learn anything. And now, since I'm learning, I'm growing, and I know I'm gonna be good later on in life because now I know how to deal with a certain situation. You don't want that happening to you. You don't want to live your whole life not knowing anything and then being sad about it later on. We all have regrets for our mistakes that we couldn't have fixed. There's one method that I use that I still use to this day to learn from my mistakes, that I still apply to this day. And it has been, let me say it now, it has been benefiting me a lot. It's been beneficial. I've been learning things left and right. When I'm struggling with something, I put it through this exercise, so you call it exercise or whatever you call it, like maybe I don't know, whatever. I call it exercise. And after that, I already know everything. I already know how to face it. I already know when to expect it. Not what to expect it, but I already know when it comes. I know how to deal with it. But before I explain that, let me let me explain how I learned about struggling and its importance. Because before, I did not know struggling was a good thing. I actually thought it was a bad thing. I thought I had to be perfect in everything. I'm gonna say that now. I'm gonna say that now. Right now, before I was not patient. I was not, and I was definitely not embracing struggle. This was during the time when I was starting to work out, like 2 months into working out, and I was pretty new to the game about working out. Learning different workouts. I was overall starting to get used to it. I did not have a routine during this time, but I was working out frequently. I didn't really pay attention to my workouts, to be honest. I just searched them up on YouTube and just got some and did it. Like for example, push-ups, sit-ups, squats. But I was starting to know something during those type of workouts and I'll talk about that later on. And it didn't workouts that were easy for me because during that time I was overweight. So for squats, I could do it. At push-ups and sit-ups, probably not, but I still tried. And well, that wasn't good because I wasn't. I was doing mistakes. I was definitely doing mistakes during those times, but I didn't see what mistakes that was happening there. So I did the easy ones for the most part. I was still doing like the push-ups. I did my best, but yeah. I did it for like 20, 30 minutes. I don't remember the timing. I know it was like 20 or 50 minutes. I don't remember, but that's around that time frame. I was not really getting any specific muscle. I was not targeting. My bad. I was not targeting any specific muscles. I was not. I was doing workouts. I didn't even research on that. I just did them. It's like, hey, I should be fit. That wasn't good. So one day, I decided to ask my friend, one of my friends, about my workout to see if it was good or not. See if I was doing good, I was doing bad. There. And I would recommend that you learn from somebody that kind of knows about working out. Because my friend during that time, he was mostly into working out. He was mostly into working out. So I'll recommend that, like, if you really don't know about something, but you know somebody that kind of knows, ask them. They may see something that you don't see. But continuing to my story, my friend reviewed my workouts during that time. He had a lot to say about it. I mean a lot. During this time, my friend was most into working out, like I said. He knew more. He knew more about working out than me. He knew more. Like even before that time, like when I was like only a month into working out, he was doing like 3 hour workouts. If you can't say that that's not someone like really into working out, I don't know what is. Genuinely. And when he talked to me about my workouts, one of my friends, he said that I wasn't doing my workouts properly. Like I was doing it in proper form, in any type of muscle. I was just doing them, and that's all. At first, I wanted to say something because during that time I was defensive. Like I didn't want to be attacked. I wanted to be right all the time. That's what I thought, that I had to be right all the time as well. Cause remember, I just got my workouts from YouTube searches, quick YouTube searches, and that was all. That was when I learned I had to accept failure. I learned from it. I had to learn failure. That's what you have to do. You have to learn. You have to accept that you're wrong. People don't like people don't like it when they're wrong. Trust me that. Trust me on that. But sometimes you have to. You have to accept that struggle. You have to accept that you're struggling. You have to accept it. Once once you like actually understand that, like once you truly understand that you're struggling, that is something that no one will take away from you. Like once you wait, once you figure out how to do something properly, that's when you're gonna make actual progress. Like for me, once I figured out how to work out properly, my friend did revamp some workouts I did, and that was I'm still doing that to this day. I'm still working out with that plan. So, yeah, I had to learn a new workouts that my friend put into my routine, which is where I learned my exercise slash method of improving and anything. The method I still use to this day is how I make progress. I still make progress with it in whatever I'm struggling with. For you as well, if you're struggling with anything. To do this, the first step: first see how you struggle with said issue. For example, maybe you're having massive headaches when you wake up, or you can't study for some reason. When you identify the problem, you will see how much easier it gets to improve. You'll see how easy, because once you identify what you're struggling with, it'll be much easier for you to figure out a plan. Much easier. And after that, make some small changes that can affect the outcome of the thing you're struggling with. Like, may like maybe like let's say if you're struggling sleeping, right? Yeah, if you're struggling sleep, sleeping, and when you wake up, you have a headache. You don't want headaches no more, right? Don't just try to improve it all at once by sleeping like an hour too early. That's not gonna help. Instead, for example, like go sleep 5 minutes more earlier and see if that does it. Or if you're struggling with trying to study for something, maybe removing a single distraction can really help you. Like let's say if this marker right here is distracting you, put it away. Don't put it in your vision, and it can help you study. Taking those little steps is better than trying to change it all at once. It's better because you're understanding how to do it. It's like, okay, maybe this didn't work, but now I can improve. Now I gotta improve by doing this and see if that works. Instead of trying to go, hmm, let me just remove everything in my room to study, or let me sleep an hour early. Don't treat it all at once, like I said. And one step at a time. That's literally my motto. One step at a time. I stick with that. And lastly, keep improving, make small changes with consistency. For me, I had to learn my work by practicing them every time I worked out. Like I would practice me doing push-ups, me doing sit-ups, me doing double curls. I had to practice. I didn't know how to do them when I was starting. I didn't know how to do them, but I learned over time, and that's when I started to be better and better. And after 2 months of just that, I didn't work out flawlessly. You will make progress on that thing you're struggling with. If it takes 2 months or even more, you're still making progress. Slow progress is better than no progress. You don't want that. You, you want to make progress. I know you do. So take those tiny steps, improve on it every single day. Trust me, you will get better, and you will not struggle with that sort of situation anymore. Of course, you still struggle with this, but just use that method I just told you. First, I'm summarizing right now. First, identify the problem. Second, takes take a small step that day, and then third, be consistent on adding on top of it. That's literally it. That's literally it. That's all I'll just say today. Say for today. So remember, stay consistent, especially making progress. Make progress no matter what. I don't care if you're lazy almost all the day, every day. If you take if you take a like maybe like a 5 minute meditation, and that's what you do productive, that's still good. That's still progressing. And you can improve that over time by maybe adding stuff throughout the day that you won't be distracted on. Taking those small steps will really help you. It will really help you. I cannot emphasize it enough. Cannot. And remember, embrace failure, embrace struggle, It'll help you later on in life. Cause once you know how to learn, once you know how to deal with it, if it comes up later on in life, you already know how to deal with it. That's all I have to say right now. So, see you in the next one.